Tēnā koe. My name is Neen. I call myself the Joy Ninja because I'm trying to create abundance on a teeny tiny income. Welcome to my Wednesday cash stuffing. Today we have a slight increase of $4.40. I usually have $4.20, but because of some changes recently to do with inflation, I have a little bit more to stuff in my budget. I'm just going to try for a couple of weeks and see how it all pans out because my expenses are going up again. My car insurance went up again after 6 months, and I was talking to my dad, and it's the same thing with his car insurance, and we're different providers. So yeah, I'm yakking, but I've forgotten a pen. Oh no, I have one here. All right, so I might have to do some condensing as I go because I don't have any $5 notes today. But if you're not new here, you'll know I'm doing a challenge. I'm basically doing a buy nothing month and putting the money into this challenge from Liz and Lise. It's a freebie, and I'm doing the $2 a day version, so the low income version. Let's tick off 7 to take us through to next week. And we are going to put in $15, but I'm actually going to put in 20 and take out 5. So that gives me 40, which is, I'm ahead of the game. And I'm just going to pretend that this money doesn't exist, basically. That's how I'm going to handle that. At the end of the month, I think I'll be putting this into my debt envelope. Household though, I'm going to give $15 to. Again, I'm going to put in the 20 and take out 5. I am saving up for some new bookshelves from Kmart. So I've got 50 so far, and quite a few light bulbs have blown as well. I don't know what it is about this house, but yeah, it's not an old house. It's like a 90s house, and all the electrics and like all the lights are recessed, and they seem to blow a lot. LED lights last longer, I know that, but they're really expensive, and like I need 5 at the moment. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. Beauty, I'm going to give that 5, so it's got 15. Basically this is haircuts and serums. That's what I spend my beauty envelope on. I just buy bog standard moisturizer from the supermarket. I did buy some fancy stuff, but I've run out. I feel like the bog standard stuff, like Glow Lab stuff, it's got a bit of SPF in it, is fine with the serums. Right, well-being, also 5, so let's go with 10 and take out 5. So that's building up, but I am going to need to get some vitamins soon for the kids, especially leading into winter. I just want to build them up. Clothes, we'll get 10, so now that has 50, so I'm going pretty good there. Hobbies, I'm going to give that 5 as well, so I'll put in 10. So that brings me to the first question of the question and answer. I asked on my community tab if anyone had questions for me, and I promised I would answer them. So some of the questions that were asked require, or I feel like I need to do a separate video on, but Cash Stuffing Chronicles, sorry Rebecca, tell me if I've got that right, asked me what hobbies I'm into, and the answer is quite a lot. But one thing I'm doing at the moment is I've started making a teeny tiny jumper for one of the squirrels' mates at school. Has had an addition to his family, and they're lovely people, and I wanted to make him a wee jumper, so I asked his mum, and he said, she said yes please, but we need things that are like 6 to 12 months, because yeah, that often happens with new babies. Everyone gives them the really small sizes, so I'm working away on that. I've got time. Yeah, the other things I like doing, I like making journals. So I like working with paper. I love sewing, and I like making quilts and clothes. And actually, my my first qualification was in fashion. Family fun. We are we've got one more week before the school holidays, but I have already bought tickets to go see a play in the last week of the school holidays. I've got $40 there, and I don't have the kids in the first week. They go to their father's house, so I feel like I've got some time to throw some more money in there. I think we're going to go do a scavenger hunt. There's one round all our local municipal buildings, like the local art gallery and the local library. There's this scavenger hunt thing, so I think we're going to do that, and that's free. But it would be nice to buy a cafe lunch as part of that day. Gifts. Am I giving anything? Yes, I am. So gifts today is getting $5. Let's put in 10, take out 5. And then giving, I am using a little scratch off that was given to me by Ellie on Earth. Bless her. She was such a sweetheart. She said she would send me a parcel, and she went for gold. So this is just $15 in total, so small numbers. Today I'm putting in $2, and I'm just funding this from my rollover change. So giving has 5, giving has 10. Awesome. Let's pop that back in there. And miscellaneous has $10 in there. I'm not going to add anything to that this week. But so that's my revolving binder. So everything in there, I don't really, well, I don't have separate trackers for this. It's money that's there for my spending needs. Maybe not daily spending needs, but, you know, regular spending needs. And I think that leads me on to another question. Someone asked me, how do I not dip into my savings? She's World. How do I not dip into my savings? I think one of the things I figured out was allowing myself some personal spending money. Having said that, you know, I am trying not to spend it, so I'm having a no spend month, but I know myself. I'm not the most frugal person. I'm not in the frugal Olympics. I'm not going to get gold in that. That's just not, it's just not who I am. I like to spend my money on others, and you know, I want to live a comfortable life. I think everybody deserves that. What my comfortable life looks like might be different to what your comfortable life looks like. That's for you to determine. But I think the key with savings is do some savings, but make sure you've got enough money left over, like in a binder like this, or you know, in a bank account that will give you your daily needs. Like, you just got to be a bit realistic about that. You can go hard and save extraordinary amounts of money for a short time, but I think that gets old pretty quick, is all I'm saying. All right, education is going to get $20. And that brings me on to a number of people ask me, what are you studying? People have asked me in the comments before, and I've commented back, but then I realised, oh duh, not everyone reads the comments, or you might have watched the video before that person made the comment, so on and so forth. So I am doing a Masters in Policy and Governance, and that does not mean that I want to be a politician. Oh no. I actually would really like to be a public servant. I'm giving you a moment to laugh maniacally at that statement because if you watch the news, we're getting rid of public servants really quickly. So yeah, that does mean that I spent $15,000 on a qualification for an industry that is shrinking. Anyway, I just have to keep my head up, be positive. There's lots of transferable skills. Basically, I'm really interested in solving big complicated problems and teasing them apart and working out what might be a balanced way to meet everybody's needs in society. Others have asked me specifically what what my thesis is about. Well, it's a dissertation, it's not a thesis, but anyway, this is a sneak peek. It's not published yet. It is in final draft, so my supervisor has it, and we're going to have a catch up soon when he's had a read to have some comments, but it's quite close to being finished. Okay, I hope that's explained that well enough. Let's put that over there. Let's give this account, I think I've got 145, so there's 50, 20, 40, let's swap that out for 50, let's just do that. There we go, 50, 100, 120, 30, 40, 55. Okay, I've got my maths wrong. I had to drink my coffee and re-look at the video to realise that I can't add. That's supposed to be 155, which is what I have in here. So yeah, let's just move on. Vision is going to get 5. Oh, and I know I haven't updated this part. I'll do that off camera. Save you watching me count that up. Right. Ugh. That is supposed to be 5, 9, not 10. Okay, so 5 is going in there. I'm not doing well with my trackers, but it's because I'm trying to answer questions and do cash stuffing, so you just forgive me. I'm not quite on point today. I've got 20, 40, 50, 65. And the tracker is wrong. Health though. Health is going to get another $10, and each of those is 5, so I can do 2. Which makes me happy because then I've done this whole row. But I am going to get a flu jab on Saturday and my daughter too, so that'll be $60 out of this envelope, but I think it's money well spent. The squirrel said, please don't, I don't want a flu jab, and I was like, you're not getting one, but if your sissy and I get one, hopefully that will protect you, because we'll be protected from getting bad flu, and hopefully that means no one gets really sick this winter. That would be great, wouldn't it? Dental, I'm going to give it 5. And I'm just going to put 5 there. This tracker is out because I had to take some money out of this envelope to help with the vets. So I am paying it back. But at the moment I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. And I think around $100 I owe it. But I am saving saving up all the extra cash I can in one envelope, and then once a month I'm looking at paying off the various places that I snuck money out of to pay for the cat. Okay, he's doing great, by the way. He just wants to go outside, and the vet said it is critical that he doesn't go outside. So yeah, that's a struggle. I'm going to give the cats 10. We could actually do that, I think. Then car funds, that is going to get 15 today, which is good. Each of the blobs is 25, and you won't be able to see it because of where you're at, but that said 10, so if I put 15 in, we good. I've got 250 online, and I've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. I think I'm going to do that. Cool. And my lost and forgotten tech envelope, the new phone, is still not getting anything. It's got 20 bucks just chilling in there for when I'm ready to save for. Actually, what I need to save for is new headphones, because mine are being held together by bulldog clips. Before I stuff my birthdays and celebrations, I'll go over there, I didn't stuff my wallet, and I do have $5 left over in the fun, but let's do food. Is getting 170, petrol is getting its regular 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then fun is going to get 30. So that's my wallet all sorted out for the week. That kind of sucks because you can see how much money that takes out of the cash tray. You know, that's what's required to survive. Yep, let's do this. Last week I scratched off a 10 in birthdays. This is a $100 birthday savings tracker from Madeline Budgets. She's Romanian, and she's got a lovely channel. She saves a lot of money. She has a lot of challenges. It's quite fun. So far I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 550, 3. Let's do that. And we'll scratch for next week. So it's 3 for next week. I'm feeling lucky. I think I'm going to scratch another one. Five and 3. Let's write that down before I forget. Alright. Birthdays. Matariki. I'm giving $4 to. It has 5. You might be wondering why 4, it's such a random number. It'll make sense. Like over the whole of this binder, it's a round number. So 9 towards a midwinter feast. Do a nice pulled pork or a lamb roast. I think are my favourites. Christmas, I scratched 14. Before we go any further, let's change that 2 out for 2 ones. And let's put 15 in and take out 1. This is where all the 5s are hanging out. So far towards Christmas I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 67. This is another Madeline Budgets savings challenge. So each of these discs is 1 through 24. I just tick off the ones I've done, give them a little bit of a shuffle. I don't know if Madeline, are you still doing these? They are a freaking cute idea. All right, 10. Well, hey, nice round number. Let's tick it. No, let's not change my whole system. 10 for next week. Travel. Right, I'm going to put in $2, but I've got 2, 4, 6. I've got $8 in there. So if I put that there and put in a 10, we should be right. So now I've got 5, 10, 25 left to finish the Spirit of the Sea. This is in my Savings Challenge booklet that's on Buy Me a Coffee. I think that that's really good value for money. There are 18 challenges and there's some trackers and there's some placeholder money. I really tried to think about giving you something that would keep you going for a long time and be the best value for money. And if you laminate them, then you can reuse them. So far I've got 10, 20, 35, 45. Right. Events I'm going to skip this week. The event I'm saving for is a wedding that's off in the distance, a long ways away. Before I go much further, let's put 15 aside for the big girl. That's her pocket money, her allowance. And this week, lucky me, I've just got $10 going into my 12-month savings challenge. So that's that. So I just save the amount on the card every week. If it's a 4-week month, then there's a bonus scratch off, which I did back in week 1. Yeah, so I've got 2 more weeks, then I will count that up. And what I'm doing with that at the moment is I'm putting it straight into my detonator, which is how I'm repaying the vet bill back. That last $4 is going straight in there. So that's good. And these ones I'm skipping. I'm just kind of stuffing them once a month. I'm putting it all into that dead envelope. That's kind of how my brain works. I just want to put all the bits and pieces that I can in there. Each of these little detonators is $80 worth, because that's what I worked them out to be for the total debt. So yeah, I'm just chipping away at this tracker, and then monthly, as this money builds up, then I'm paying off my emergency funds and my dental and things like that. Anyway, I had a good week for change because I had that $5. Alright, I hope you can still see everything. Fingers crossed. I've got 5, 7, 8, 9, 50. Pretty sure 950 is open. I'm just going to slip that $5 in here. It might be useful to consolidate that over to here in the future. I'm going to leave it for today. But you know, if I have too much change in one envelope, then I can consolidate and I'll put it in Pearl. Pearl is my savings elephant, named by the lovely Bex. Thank you, Bex. Love your work. And I think as I stuff this, I'll say kia ora. Thank you for being here. See you again on Sunday. If you want to hang around, we'll just talk about the work study situation a little bit more. I feel like I need all of my brain power to talk about that. So kia ora, if you're off, don't forget to give this a little like as you're leaving. That would be awesome. It just helps the YouTube algorithm get this kaupapa out there to other people, because I want everyone to have the best life that they can have, the life that they want. And I think managing your money is a little part of that. You know, if we can get that right, then we can work on the other stuffs. All right, for those of you still there, I get a lot of questions about what I'm studying, and hopefully I've covered that off. Don't want to be a politician, but do want to make this world a better place for my kids and for others, and for myself. The thing about job hunting. So I used to have a job just before I started my cash stuffing journey in public. I was studying and working part-time in a swim school, and I have to say that it was pretty random. It doesn't kind of align with any of my my skills and experience, other than having the experience of being a mum taking kids to that swim school. It was one of the best jobs I have ever had, and it's because of the employers. They were awesome. The job paid minimum wage, but they were really supportive. They paid for me to do trainings, to do first aid, and the job itself involved working with children and mums and dads. And I really love working with families, especially in a setting where we're doing it in a play-based way, but teaching skills to keep children safe. I felt like that was a really purposeful job. The business got sold to a woman who had worked at that swim school, one of my colleagues, who had worked there a very long time, very, very long time, as in she taught my eldest child, who's 15, how to swim. When she was 8 months old, we started going to that swim school, and that was our tutor. Now that person, one of the first things she did was rewrite all of the contracts, and the pay was the same, but the perks were taken out. One of the key perks that made it make sense for me was that my children could get free swimming lessons. So once that was taken out, weighing up all the things, weighing up having to have my cousin come over and look after my children at night, and the small wage packet, it was no longer the job. So for a time I was just studying full time, and at that period in my life I was going through quite a lot of struggles in my divorce journey and going through family court. And for anyone who has been through family court, they will understand and appreciate how hard that situation is. So beyond that, I got a job working with a girl who she's high functioning autistic, and she has ADHD, and she's a lovely girl. And again, that was a really, really purposeful job for me. I really, really enjoyed it, but there were some policy changes at government level which meant that, stick with me here, which meant that the child support that they were getting through the IRD from my ex-husband for the kids, they were keeping that money, and they were using that to offset the allowances and support that I got from government to be a solo parent student. They changed that so that then I got to keep the child support. But here's the thing, they decided that they would regard that as an income that I was making, that support payment. So that meant that any work I did additionally on top of that would be taxed in a different way, and that it would mean that I would receive less money, which is fine, like I get it, but what happened in practice was that after a school holiday period of working with this child and receiving my income and declaring that, the system decided that I owed them $800. And I went and had a meeting with them about it, and they said, yep, that's entirely correct, you owe us $800 because you have earned over a threshold. So I asked for them to dig a little bit deeper and for me to understand how I could continue to do this work and not get into a debt, because when you get into a debt with them, then they have ultimate say over how much per week you pay them back, and that gets directly taken out of the supports that you're given. So your autonomy is taken away in that sense, and then for reasons beyond my control, it became that I couldn't do that work, even though I found it really valuable and fulfilling and it fitted in with my life. I just couldn't do that work because I end up better off. So I'm in that situation now where having a part-time job sounds great, but on paper, when I do the working out, I'd actually be earning less to be working part-time. So the key here is to not go part-time, it's to jump straight into full-time employment. So that is what I am searching for, and I have been searching for that for quite some time. In fact, I worked with a couple of different careers advisors, one for an entire year, and I have applied for a lot of roles. I haven't had a job interview, which is unusual for me. In my life, even if I haven't had all of the skills, I'm articulate, and I've just found ways to convince people to give me a chance, and I work hard. So I don't know why. I'm not even getting called back for a first interview, and I've had my CV redone 3 times to try and do that. And each job that I apply for, I do look at the job description, and I tailor a letter and a CV to that role. So that's I feel like I'm doing all of the right things, and I'm taking all of the advice. And for a couple of jobs where I have missed out on even getting an interview, I have rung, and it seems that overwhelmingly what I'm told is we're getting hundreds of people applying for this role, and it's just a numbers game. So that's why I am on such a low income. I am hoping to have an income change, I really am. And I think, was it Leanne asked me, will your cash stuffings look different if I get a job? Oh, hell yeah. But I think the key is that I won't suddenly start spending more on takeaways and stuff like that. It's my intention to be able to save more. I would like to have more experiences, and holidays and trips and like getaways and stuff with my kids and also with my friends, you know. That's something that I'm not able to do at the moment that I would be looking forward to doing if I had more income, and saving for a house, because it's really important to me to feel like I have that foundation. Yeah, anyway, I'll leave it there. Perhaps this is a conversation for another day. I hope that by answering some of these questions you get to know a little bit more about me and my context and, you know, where I'm coming from. I guess I want to reiterate that this is just a snapshot into my life. It's a few minutes of how I am figuring out an aspect of my life. It doesn't mean that I'm perfect. I certainly don't have it all together. I certainly struggle with not being able to get all of the things all of the time. It's just modern life, I think. All right, thanks for listening. Drop me a mushroom emoji or a dragon emoji. I don't know, they just popped into my head below if you've got this far. Thanks for listening. Kia ora.